Bowers Game Corner presents Gen Con Video Bonanza 2016. Brought to you by Gutshot Games and their Gen Con release, Headhunters, a collectible card game and a collectible toy. And Shoot Again Games, makers of Looting Atlantis and Conspiracy. Look for Pinball Showdown on Kickstarter soon. Also brought to you by the generous support of these companies and our fantastic Kickstarter backers.
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for more of our Gen Con Bonanza Explosion Blowout coverage. We're here live at Gen Con 2016, and if you know my channel, you know I love children's games. So I am very excited to hear about this one, because I had no idea what it is. But we're going to learn from Ryan, from Passport Game Studio, about Mythe. What is Mythe?
Mythe is a fun new whimsical board game for ages 6 and up that we've released here at the show. This guy is a very adventurous little game where you play a mouse from the kingdom of Mythe, who is forced to leave their comfortable village and go on the road to face off against the evil red dragon who has stolen the sacred cheese. It's like all red dragons do. Everyone knows dragons love cheese, you know. Yeah, right. It's not like money or anything. All right, so in this game, it's a push-your-luck card game where you're going to be trying to make your way along a track and eventually fight the dragon and get the cheese. The first printing, as you can see here, also comes with a metal golden cheese token, in addition to the cool little mouse and dragon meeples. But one of the really visually striking elements of this game is the board game itself, or the board itself, which is something of a pop-up book. And I got it backwards here. There we go, so you can see how it does its thing. So it's very, very cool, yeah. So when you fold it out, you put your mice that are playing into the village right over here. The dragon sits up here on the mountaintop, and the sacred cheese goes in his lair right there. And that is how the game is set up, and that is all there is to it, aside from some cards. So nice and straightforward. The way this plays is everyone gets a hand of cards that have movement abilities on them, and some gorgeous art, some fun flavor, like this one. You got away in the nick of time. You defeated a powerful enemy. You have the sacred shield, or the legendary shield there, and so forth. You cannot play the cards from your own hand, however. So if I have these here, I can't play these. The cards that I'm going to play to try to move are going to be from everyone else's hand. So if I reach into your hand here and I play this card, I'm going to have 2 movement points that I can spend to move along the track. I could just stop there and move 2 points and end my turn. Or I can keep going and try to draw more. But if you ever draw one of these obstacle cards, for example, you were turned to stone by a curse, these obstacle cards end your turn immediately, and that's where the push your luck element comes in, is how far do you want to try to move in a turn before you think you might draw an obstacle and not go anywhere. The extra interesting mechanic here is after you've played some cards, you're going to take all those cards into your hand, and you're then going to redistribute any number of these cards into other players' hands. So I can take that 2 and put it back over here so that you can't play that 2 because you never play cards from your own hand. You play it from everyone else. And theoretically, unless you redistribute it, I know where the 2 might be, and so when it comes back around to my turn, I can try to play that card. And I can do that with any number of cards to any number of players. I can hand them out around however I want, as long as everyone has at least 1 card at the end of the round. That way the next person can draw from any of the players. So, yeah, so as you move along, you're trying to get up to the dragon and eventually have enough movement to move through the cave and rescue the cheese, which is how you win. The other little wrinkle here is that there are a few little icons on the mountain range where the dragon lives, and those represent the 3 legendary artifacts that are required to defeat the dragon. You need 1 of them to defeat the dragon. So that's the legendary shield that we saw earlier. There's also a legendary sword and a legendary fairy. Any of those will help you defeat the dragon, but they're always on the high movement cards. And in order to use them to defeat the dragon, they have to be in your hand, unlike traditional movement cards. So it forces you to hold the high movement cards, which means other people can take them from you and play them to catch up. So it's a very interesting push and pull there of sorts in order to get to the end. So then there becomes a bit of a mind game as far as whether or not you have actually passed off your bigger movement cards, and do you leave your hand full of obstacles or low movement speed cards because people think they're going to get the legendary artifacts from you, or do you not, and so forth. So there's kind of a, not really deduction, but kind of a almost a mind game bluffy type of element to this as well. So, yeah.
Smitten. I am smitten. This looks awesome. Player count, time length, all that good stuff?
Yeah, it's a 2 to 5 player game, plays in about 20 to 30 minutes. As I mentioned earlier, it's a 6+ game. This is absolutely, as you heard, it's not super complicated. A younger audience could certainly play this. And of course, visually, it's very striking for the young age players as well. They're going to really enjoy this. So.
This is about as unique as I've seen at Gen Con so far. That is Mythe from Passport Game Studio. If you have kids, this looks like a no-brainer. If you enjoy this Gen Con coverage, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know, what is your favorite children's game now? What is your favorite kids game now, if you play any? Do you have one that do you play any?
Oh, man, I don't know if I'd say I play anything that's really a kids game right now or a children's game. So I'm just gonna say Mythe. Is that a cop out? Is that not fair for me to say?
I think mine's Animal Upon Animal. My son is really taken to Animal Upon Animal. He loves it, but haba goodness. But let me know in the comments below, what is your current favorite children's game? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.
This was brought to you by Headhunters from Gunshot Games, Pinball Showdown from Shoot Again Games, these great companies, and fans like you.